Hello, I'm here with Kimmie Dee, who's got a show in Edinburgh.
Yay!
Can you tell us about your show?
It's called On the Fringe of Suicidal Tendencies. I called Suicide Hotline, and they said, "Do you have a gun?" And I said, "No." And they said, "Could you call back in 15 minutes?"
Oh no!
So come and see if I made it or not.
Mystery. So, how has your responses from your audience been since you've got up here?
It's been very positive and very lovely, and some people have actually opened up and talked to me about their struggles with depression, or their friends' struggles with depression. It's not a trauma dump.
No.
It's a lot of fun. You know, oddly enough. But I do open it up to the audience to see if they want to ask questions or open up and talk about how they're feeling.
So that's good. So it's a sort of a communion, really.
Yeah, well, it's such a small room. It's very intimate. There's like maybe 14 seats.
Where is that then? Where are
At the Carbon Lounge, room 3.
Oh, a nice lounge.
Yeah.
So
very cozy. Yes, very
cozy.
intimate.
14 is a lot, though. I've got more than 14 seater, but 14 has been probably slightly more than I've had.
Well, I'm the 14th one.
Oh yeah, well then you're doing really well. Yeah.
It's a surprise, you know, that people want to come.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah,
and I'm really honored and proud that everybody gives me their time, and that you know, because you never know what you're going to get. There's a lot of trauma dumping, and I did not want that. I just wanted to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And this show is based on the allegory of the cave by Plato.
Oh yeah. Where the shadows. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So
there's all kinds of levels. It's very deep.
Does everybody respond to that, or do they go, "Wow, what are you telling me about Plato for?"
No, a lot of people don't know, and they're very interested. And of course, I don't lecture.
No,
I make it very fun and just trying to show the different caves that we get in.
Yeah,
and
metaphorical.
Yes. Don't tell anybody I'm smart.
No. Well, I think you've already given the game away. So this is not your first Fringe?
It is not.
How many Fringes have you done?
I've been coming to Fringe since 2017. Of course, with the exception of COVID.
Oh, yeah.
I've done compilation shows. I'm so honored when people book me on their shows. I actually get booked more here than I do in America.
Oh, wow.
And so I love it here. And people are so generous and kind, and they book me repeatedly, and it just really, I get to tone my comedy muscle when I'm here.
Muscles, that's a good thing to do. Yeah, so that's good. So you've been getting the good audiences.
Yeah.
Do you think that, have they just come through the Wee Blue Book, or through an app, or through flyering? How do you think that, is it word of mouth? What's the secret?
Well, I had 2 people come from France that were told by a friend of theirs in France who knew me. So that's nice. I have 2 women flyering for me.
Yeah.
I flyer for myself also when I'm doing compilation shows.
Yeah.
Somebody saw me at Frizz's What's in the Box?
Yeah. What's in the box?
Yeah, What's in the Box? Go see that one too. And that was really fun. She really liked me.
Yeah, I've done these here before, and it's been less noisy most days. I think it's a top tip day. It's like, wow. Yeah.
Well, we're well into the Fringe now.
Yeah.
We're in our second week.
And so if you can't hear us, we're in a cave.
In a labyrinth. In a
labyrinth, in a cave, so many callbacks and references that you don't necessarily get. The keyhole, through the keyhole, lots of things. So,
CJ, he's great too.
That's not a keyhole. It looks like a keyhole, but it's not. It's like it's not a keyhole. It does look like one though.
But we love him too.
Yeah, exactly. So so you here the whole month?
I am. I'm here for the full run of the Fringe. I look forward to this every year. I never thought I'd be one of those people that keeps coming to the same place over and over, but the whole world comes here.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? And then there's so many different kinds of foods.
Oh, yeah.
So you can visit the whole world right here in Edinburgh.
Yes, exactly. I had bubble tea yesterday because I had a voucher. It was the last day of the voucher. Wow. couldn't get that back where I live. Actually, you couldn't because there aren't any bubble. There's not really that much. No.
No.
You can get all the things. Yeah. What's your favourite food to get in Edinburgh?
Oh, wow. That's hard. Well, I don't have any good Chinese food where I live, so I love the Chinese food. I love basically all the Asian food has been great, and the meze, like the Greek and Turkish foods. I can't pick a favorite.
No, there's
It's too
so
hard.
many
It's
types
so
of
many.
food. Yum, 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 yum. I found a nice Asian grocery and I bought loads of snacks. I bought like konjac and like little mushrooms, like, can't remember what they're called, enoki mushrooms and stuff like that.
Do you get to, can you cook where you are?
I can cook where I am.
Yeah, me too.
But I mean, I microwaved some rice and then I stuck a little packet of the mushrooms in and then sprinkled seaweed over the top and then put some gluten-free soy sauce. And that's what I was eating when Kimmie reminded me that I was supposed to come here to do this interview. And I'm like, oh, yes. So it's lucky that I'm not that far away because I was like, I am sure that I set up some interviews, but I can't for the life of me remember what
I'm so glad because I forgot as well. And I wanted to, yeah. So.
Both remembered in the end. Hooray.
Yes, because there's so much happening.
It's a lot happening, yeah.
It's a lot. And there's no, I mean, sundown is about 9 or 10 o'clock.
Because we're quite high.
Yeah,
almost at the level of the Arctic. Not quite. Nearly.
Yeah. So you have the only concept of time is what time is your show?
Yeah,
right.
And even then you have to go. Well, I got a day off. People have been coming to see my other people's shows that are in my days off, and I'm like, I'm sorry, it's not today. So it's not just me. Nobody knows what day it is.
No, nobody knows the day, the time, where to be. I always have to check.
Yeah.
I love when people, like when I'm on a bill and they say today's lineup and you're on it because good. Because I forgot.
I'm glad. Yeah, that's interesting. So you've had people come back that have seen you before in previous years?
Yes. And just recently at the Fringe. Like last night, I was flyering for somebody else's show that I'm on. And two fellas said, hey, there's an open mic here tonight. There's only music, no comedy. Why don't you come in? Yeah. So by the time I got there, everybody was pretty primed.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I was the only comedian. And it was a very warm, open reception. And it was really, really lovely because it wasn't a Fringe venue. It was just a pub.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
To walk into everyday life and still do performance. I don't know about you. I really like this. I was thinking yesterday that you just wake up and you can do a show or you can see a show and then you can go and see a show or do a show or do something entertainment based from the moment you wake up until like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I mean, the first year I came up here, it was like, that was amazing. And I just, even though you're sort of sometimes like, I don't really want to do my show, but I still want to be here and breathe it all in, you know?
It's very overwhelming the first year anybody comes here because there's over 4,000 shows. And so the books are thick and people are out flyering and you don't know where to go or what to do and how to start.
Yeah.
But you find your people, you find your niche.
Yeah.
Flyering is a bitch, quite honestly, but it's so necessary because you find a lot of fun things with people talking to you and engaging with you.
I've got to fly more. I haven't really flyed it. I just, because I've got quite an early show, I'm just like, ugh.
It's exhausting. That's why. And that's why I do the compilation shows. But the thing is, too, you get so fed as an artist seeing other people. Like yesterday, I had a woman come in who's got a show, and I asked, did you get anything out of it? Because I don't think she's depressed. She just came to see the show. And she was commenting on the way that I handled the room and things like that. And she goes, I got to do more of that. So, you know, everybody takes something different away from it.
I'm just moving it down.
Oh, yeah. Look, I'm taller.
That's better.
That's way better. I'm way taller now.
You are, I just adjust it. Yay! Wow, the technology. Wow, we can see us both now. You can see the top of everyone's heads.
I look so tall.
Yeah, very tall. So, the whole thing is like when you see people that have seen you before, do they have a different reaction to you this year? Are they like, oh, I like this, what you've done? Or are they expecting a certain thing? Or
when I was on a compilation show one night, it was a hot room. The audience was keen on being there, and I literally tore the room up, and it was so exciting and so much fun. And then people came to see me the next day, and it almost felt like a somber room, because you're not on in a room of 12 like you are in a room of 50, right? It's a very different vibe. But they said, yeah, it was different, and you were very funny last night. They said, but this was beautiful, and this was a different show. So that's the nice thing. They get to see different facets of my creativity and my art.
That is good. I asked because I still, like, when you've done a show, you're still in your head, because somebody has come to my shows in the past, and I recognise them, and I've seen them around about, and I was like, did you enjoy it? And they went, I'm conflicted. I'm like, what does that mean? It's like, well, I've seen you before. It's like, what do you mean it would have been rubbish if you hadn't seen me before? What does that mean? Well, so I don't know really.
I think it's the same kind of people that like a band for years, and they liked them when they were kids, and they don't get to see them until they're older, and then they want them to play the same music that they played 40 years ago when the band has evolved.
I don't think it was so much as that. It was like, I've seen you before, so I'm like, have you seen me before and like me better, or did you like this because you've seen me before, or did you not ever like me and you just randomly, what does this mean? I can't decode this.
I wouldn't worry about it.
No, don't worry about it. It's too much thinking.
Yeah, that is too much thinking. Because, you can't please everybody. Like last night I was in this pub and I killed and I had a great time. And then some guy walks over to me and he goes, you were lovely. You were so good. I go, thank you. But you know what you should do? And I just, because, I never tire of a man telling me how to do my job. So you can't worry about somebody like that.
Sometimes you're just sort of venting or saying something out loud, and somebody gives you advice, and you're like, I wasn't asking for advice. I was just airing this thing.
Airing grievances.
Because there's a bit which a couple of days running in mine, people have walked out, and I was like, oh, I know what that bit is. And I said to the comedian afterwards, I've worked out what that bit is. And he's like, oh, well, if you still like doing it. It's like, no, that's not my point. I'm just like, I was just talking out loud, really.
Right. Yes, you don't need a solution to everything sometimes. Like, I read this book called Satiristas by Paul Provenza and Dan Dion, where they did all these great interviews with comedians. And Greg Proops, one of the most amazing improvisers ever, he did a joke about Aurora Borealis that killed, and then for 2 years it got nothing. He says, but I love that joke, so screw everybody. He says, I'm going to do it regardless.
It's like maybe there was something else in the room that they were laughing at, and he just didn't realise.
Oh no,
you never know. They did laugh at the actual joke, but that's the thing as well. You get a different tone and a different feeling every day with what seems to be the same material sometimes. You find that,
yes, and the thing is very interesting. It's how I describe depression. It's all chemistry. Right. And so if you're in a good mood, if you're hungover, because if there is 1,000 people in the room and they're laughing and they're having a great time, and there's one person in the front just like this, that's the person I'm going to take home with me, right? But the reality is we don't know what happened to them that day. Or before they walked in, they might not be feeling well. Like I went to see Daniel Sloss the other night. Killed. He was great, but I wasn't feeling well, so I had a mask on, and I was just going, but. If I were feeling better, I would have been laughing on the floor,
Exactly. But he wasn't to know that. If he saw you, he'd have been... As I've said to a couple of people, I think, in these things, you do focus on the person that's looking really... But they might just be a thinky people. So they might be laughing their heads off inside, but they've got a thinky face on.
Or they're a comic.
Or they're trying to psych you out.
Sometimes their comedians don't laugh. They're just like, oh, that's funny.
I can write a joke like that, and I will, and I'll use that, and I'll change it, and I won't tell them.
Oh, Carlos Mencia, you bastard. There's a lot of that. But I think sometimes comedians are like, oh, I see what you did there. We're dissecting and maybe, because there's so much talent here.
Yeah, there really is.
There's so much talent. You are as inspired, and there's so much surprises. You know, like I've seen Elf Lions every year, every show, and she's different and funny and new and creative.
Yeah, and that's the thing, to be inspired, not intimidated, because
Correct.
they might be amazing. They've worked at it for years, or they've instantly come out like that and they're just amazing straight out. And you might go, oh, well, what about me? And the thing is, you can't do that because you're not them, and you're never going to be them. Even if you're almost the same as them, you're not them. So you just have to go, well done.
That's
and
right.
Be glad for them, and just hope that you get to something that you're happy with that other people appreciate.
I just don't have the energy for all the props and the this and the that. Like I and you know, I love storytelling. I love comics that do that. I love taking like a yarn, you know, just take me down a knot. And there's so many different ways to present material. And it's so exciting and creative. And there's things where I go, wow, I would never even imagine that. And I'm so honored to be here to have seen it, you know. It's I cannot say enough about the Fringe. It is to me, this is my Christmas. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I just love it so much. I love the people. I finally got to meet you in person.
Oh,
this was great. We've been talking like back and forth for a long time.
I just feel like people go, "Oh, it's nice to meet you." And I'm like, "But we've met." I go, "No, actually, no." Well, I just feel like we met.
I know. And that's the thing. I have my little core friends where I go and I hang out with them. But I get to meet new people all the time, and it's extraordinary. And the other thing is, and not to like be a damper, but I've had a lot of struggles with men not being nice to me, as many of us women have had over the lives. And when I come here, I never experience that. I get booked by men all the time. Men think I'm funny. I get hugs by men. And I don't get, oh, women aren't funny here. I don't experience any of that. And maybe some other people do, but I don't.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people, and it depends on who you're hanging out with, really,
That's
doesn't
true.
it? You hang out with the good people, the people that you know.
You got
enough of them. There's enough of them
truly,
that you can avoid the others.
And the things that come out of people's brains, the excitement, the things that they come up with, the inventiveness, the costumes, the creativity, like some of the way that they mush shows together, like this concept from over here and this. All right, I never saw that. It's like spaghetti and peanut butter and jelly. Like you don't see those two things working, but here at the Fringe they do.
Oh, they shoehorn it all in.
That's true. They do shoehorn. Because we only have a month.
Yeah, exactly. So, did you come here with a show that you thought was complete, and you put more in it, or is it like fairly, well, it's already there, or has it got somewhere to go? Are there other places you can go with it?
Absolutely. Yeah. I actually wrote a play about this experience. It's called Suicidal Tendencies. I put on the Fringe because I'm here. But the play is about a menopausal writer who workshops her suicide note at a writer's group.
All right,
This is how did I get depressed in the first place, basically, and it's based off the allegory of the cave. Now, I didn't have any time. I don't get stage time much in America. No. And, you do open mics, but I'm 64 years old. I've heard all the dick jokes that I can stand to.
It's a very certain type of audience and a type of material you can do there is the problem. Yeah.
And it's too much brevity. You can't sit into into the meat of this show. Right. So my first week was wonky, first couple of days. Now I feel like I'm in the pocket. Now I feel like I know where I am. I know where I'm going. I know how to present it. It doesn't mean it's the same show every day.
No.
Because the chemistry in the room is different.
Exactly. It just changes. Yeah.
So I think the way that I work is always evolving.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was a big fan. I am a big fan of George Carlin. And when I met him, he told me, write everything down, memorize it. Yeah. And I've been trying to do that, and I'm not great at that. Then another person I love was Joan Rivers. And she says, I never know what I'm going to say when I get on stage. I have 52 cards. I throw them in the air.
Yeah.
40 of them land.
Yeah.
I don't know what order it is, and that's more how I'm like in between the two of
there's
them.
all the different ways. I think Eddie is it goes on tour and then it never writes anything down, and then by the end there's a cohesive show. There's lots of people that I get the impression that somebody like Ricky Gervais, it seems very scripted.
Yes.
Yes. I might be wrong, but it's just
he doesn't.
feeling.
He doesn't write it down either.
So he doesn't write it down.
No, his partner Steve, the real tall guy, he writes everything down.
Somebody writes it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, Steve for his show writes down.
Show writes it
yeah.
down. Yeah.
But Ricky, Kathleen Madigan, Susie, Eddie, Susie,
Eddie,
whatever name you call them.
Susie, Eddie.
Yeah.
I think
they don't mind. They
don't
said
mind.
no.
Yeah, they don't mind, which is good.
It's helpful for somebody over 64.
Yeah, it's like just go with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But and Susie also does their show in whatever language that country is in.
Yeah. There was a good documentary a few years ago about Frisian and how Frisian and English are practically the same language.
Yeah. So
and then she went there and she was like, I like a broom cool, and it was like, there you go.
There you go. So I think my work always kind of evolves based on how I'm feeling, who's in the crowd. I try to be very mindful. If somebody's struggling, one year I had 2 people come up to me, one when I was flying, or 2 when I was flying, a husband and wife. They had just lost their son to suicide. And I had another fella who came to see me, and his wife was pregnant, and he was worried about her. So there's a lot of people in a lot of pain. And if I can make them feel just a skosh higher and lighter, I've done my job.
Yeah, that's a good job. I mean, I've known people that have, ended up, and it's just terrible. I mean, somebody I knew, their mother had a long time before, and then their father had, and you're like checking on them, and then they did as well, and it was like probably.
Yep.
It's just the thing is, the more things happen in your life and the more people do these things, the more it gets to that stage. So you've got to try and always be there for people. Just
and you have to be there for yourself. You have to be there for yourself. You have to learn how to ask for help. You have to accept the help when it comes to you. Even if you're so weighted and you can't find your way out, that's when you really have to reach your hand. You have to really, it sounds counterproductive, but it really is important that you always keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Because that place that you're in right at this second, if you take a drink of water, if you move your body, if you listen to music, that all changes your chemistry.
To eat even.
Yes.
Just go to realize. I mean, this morning I would say, it's too much information, but I would say when I get really angry and depressed, I think, listen to your body. Is there something digestive-wise going on? And usually is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's an easy solution. But if I didn't know that, I might be really...
We talk so much shit to ourselves, right? Yeah. I mean, we say things to ourselves that we would never say to somebody else.
Yeah.
And when you're depressed, you're thinking, oh, the whole world is successful. What's wrong with me? I'm so stupid. I'm 64. Barack Obama is my age. He was the president.
Yeah.
You can beat the hell out of yourself. And the reality is, none of that matters.
No, and you can't use other people's life as a measure.
Exactly right.
Never. No.
Exactly right. And so you talk bad things to yourself that you would never say to somebody else. No. And so that's the thing that has to stop. You have to be kinder to yourself. You have to look after yourself all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
And I'm bad at it. I'm shit at it. Like I got hypnotized for depression because I know I can't take medication properly. And you can't not take medication for depression improperly. You have to be very disciplined. And I don't have that I don't know if it's ADHD or what it is, but I don't I don't understand how that works. I can be disciplined in other ways, but I've not been great at looking after myself. So I'm trying to be better.
Look after yourself.
That's right.
Yes, you're trying to be better. That's my show, by the way. Be better. And I give you a lot of completely useless information and then get wound up about it. It's fine. No, it's just a lot of things that Kimmie said. I'm like, I've got a bit of that in my show. I'm getting all selfish now. I've got a bit about that in my show. And then I
that's
realised,
great.
I was talking to somebody about how I was thinking of putting a trigger warning in, but they said that they're uncertain about that because anything can set anyone off and you don't really know. Just let people know.
So I had
Any of it can set you off.
I had somebody come to my show last year. It was a different show, same title, completely different show. And I said something off the cuff, completely innocuous, and it was a quick one-liner. And I got a DM from a man that said, you should have a trigger warning. And I thought putting suicide in the title was enough, but apparently it wasn't. So this year, here's my trigger warning. I'm American.
That's it.
There it is. If there's ever been a better reason to want to commit suicide now, that's what it is. And I make a joke about it, and I let it go, and people laugh at that. But the other thing about trigger warnings, and this is completely my own idea. I accept or reject this, everybody. But your trigger warnings are none of my business.
Well, exactly, because you can't predict what people are.
Cannot.
Everyone's got a different one. And also, I don't know about you, if somebody says there's a trigger warning and they say something that actually does make me upset, then I'm going to get upset at the mere mention of it. So you may as well go ahead and do the whole thing, because I was already upset and I continue to be upset, and that's my problem, really.
Or yes, it's our problem. Or don't go to Fringe, or don't go to a show.
Just stay inside.
Like, I had a guy sit down next to me. I was minding my own business, as you do, and this guy sits down next to me, and he's trying to drag me into a conversation about why comedians curse so much. And I said, well, are you a man of the cloth? Like, I can't answer for what everybody else is. I said, I'm 64, I'm full of rage, and I'm sick of everybody's shit. That's why I curse.
It's just a word. Why are you so bothered?
Yeah, and it's an exclamation point to an idea or something like that. And then he said, the most outrageous thing, he said, well, I don't mind offensive material, I just don't like the cursing, which made my head hurt. And then I said to him, well, I'm not surprised that is coming out of a white man, because it was very clear he had privilege, that he had money, he was all buttoned up. And what are you doing at Fringe anyway?
But that very much speaks of offend anyone that's not me. But if you do anything that I'm offended by, then I'm going to get annoyed at you.
Yes, and I'm going to tell everybody about it.
Everybody else.
And to that we say...
Indeed. Well, on that note, I think we should go on with our day, and on with the Fringe, and on with the hard work of climbing up that ladder to the top, be the most successful us we can be on that.
I think so. I'm very honored that you asked me here today. Thank you so much.
No, it's very good talking to you. Thank you very much, Kimmie Dee. Say again where your show is.
My show is at the Carbon Lounge, room 3 on 208 Cowgate. And I really would love to see you there. And please, if you saw me on here with Elise, please come and let us know. So
absolutely. What time did you say it was again?
It's 3:35 every day except Monday. That's my day off.
15:35 if you go by Fringe time.
That's true. 15:35. Yes, military time. Bye. Love you. Mean it.